Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Ah, Sideways, you've been in the Discord. I've seen the notification I just sent out. Yeah, listen, Alex. Trying to be vaguely serious with the notifications, then I just hop in. Honk! Hello. How are we now, Chris? The eagle item amongst you might notice I'm wearing new glasses. Or different glasses to what you might be used to. These are my new glasses, by the way. They're much bigger than my old pair and much more comfortable. Like, a lot more comfortable. Fear not, Adam. I had it all pre-arranged. Kind of. Hello, Luke, Dowler, Chris, Alex, Sideways, Luke again, Luke yet again, Adam, Kelly, and Pa, hello. You're setting the load all at the moment, so you might not talk much. I thought you had a Kramer. You'll be going to your first disco soon. Very cool, Irish. So, I'm not laughing at you, Irish. I'm laughing at Silver, who thinks that like nightclubs are still called discos. He genuinely believes this. So every time he's talking about somebody going to the club, he says they're going to the disco. Or going to a club, he says going to a disco, and it is hilarious how innocent he is. Sorry, I'm just fixing my stream deck because it's not quite where I like it. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just overly fussy today. Hey, ASP. I'm liking these glasses. They're comfortable. They're a lot more comfortable than the old pair, which, just for frame size comparison, there's a small bit of a difference in terms of frame sizes. Hello, Hayden. So yeah, small difference, well, big difference in terms of frame size. Small difference in terms of lenses. Just a little different. I actually have I have two pairs of these. My other pair is in silver, or like polished aluminium. Oh, that's odd. The telephone poles seem to have slightly lost their texture there for a bit. Should get that tracked case. Like, ooh, you went big. How exactly? How big did you go, ASP? You did a thing. I actually did a thing today as well. I walked to the shops. You have to go to the Giants website, Dowler. So, okay, let me just push my shield button. If you buy from the link that hopefully is going to be put in chat, there we go, it is. If you buy from that link, Giants get more money. I get a small bit of money. It's around about €1 per pre-order. And you get it exactly, it's PC only, unfortunately. I wish I had a console link as well. But you get, the only kickback you really get, and I wish there was like 5% off, I really do. I wish there was a kickback for you guys as well, and benefit for you using it. The only benefit is you get it exactly when it's out. And you can download it directly from Giants. And work it lovely like that. Lessons, works, seasons. I don't know, actually. But in terms of updating, you will have to go to the website to update. I have to do that already with my DLCs. The DLCs that I have already. I have to go to the website every time there's an update. So, it's not a big deal. It's a small bit of extra faff for, you know, helping Giants out. The way that I look at it. Might reskin class. Alex, to do that you'll have to crack the DLC, which is something I would not encourage. Hello, Venus. How are you today? Do I get the money? I get a small amount of the money. I get a percentage. I don't know if I can say the percentage, but it works out to be around about €1, without saying the exact amount or the exact percentage. For the class DLC. So it's a very small amount that I get, but it helps Giants out, helps you out because you get the DLC, and it helps me out, and you know, triple benefit, I guess. How am I today? I am good today. I have been for a walk, so my legs are a bit sore. It was only like a 2-mile walk. A mile down into town, a mile back up. Uphill, but this is gonna sound silly. Uphill both ways because my town, the way that it is, like it's downhill for the first part into town, then uphill. So coming back from town, it's downhill for the first part and then uphill. So it's a 2-mile walk that's uphill both ways. Hey Stu, no need to shout, dude. Friday no flights out. I'm moving that to Sundays, Dowler. Simply because number one, Project Hell hasn't been getting the interest I would have liked. And I don't see it taking off. And number two, Sundays tend to be when my sister's like on a 12-hour back-to-back. And I'm much happier doing the chill flight sim streams than having the wheels set up and making noise. Because with flight sim I can just move the mic down and chill out, or alternatively use my secondary mic. The one that I usually use for voice feedback. Hey Welsh. Gotta be off now. See you, Alex. What combine do I have? Big one. I think it's the New Holland CR1090 that I have in game. I decided to go big just to kind of suit the map and not faff about with a tiny harvester. That's more fitting. You know, tiny harvester is kind of the jive I'm going for on Lone Oak. It tells you that I actually had Lone Oak slightly planned. Yeah, that's the problem with Project Hell. Like, I could bring it back as a video series and continue it as a video series, but in terms of like actually doing it, it's just boring because it's me failing repeatedly, and then you get a lap, and I'm into another car where I start failing repeatedly. Whereas with Flight Sim, it's like this island of calm and just chilling out on a Sunday. DMF, I'm moving the Flight Sim to Sundays. I need to update the schedule to reflect that, but the Flight Sims are moving. X-Plane's moving to Sunday just as a chill way to end the weekend, is the way that I'm looking at it. You know, it gives me kind of a natural feeling weekend. By the way, sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I should say this. Sorry I didn't stream yesterday. I was just... Last night was the first time in about 2 weeks that I slept well. And, like, got even vaguely enough sleep. So, like, sorry that I have been... Number one, tired a lot lately. And number two... like occasionally taking days off from streaming because I'm tired or not feeling well. I think it's all just from me not sleeping properly. So yesterday was kind of a sanity day that I needed just to try and just so that I could, as I did do, basically doze in a chair all day. You know, it wouldn't have been a good stream. It would have been very low energy and low impact. But I do promise that today we will be getting on started at harvest. I just need to sort the herbicide on this field here. Because in all of my wisdom, we are going to be doing more grass yet. See, look. Health is wealth at the end of the day. Exactly, like that's actually one of the reasons I went for a walk today. The other was I wanted to pick some stuff up a discount shop that I knew would have the stuff because it was very basic stationery stuff for working on the other project. I picked up a refill pad, a folder. It's all very boring actually. Refill pad, a folder, clipboard, stapler, and some staples. Although I will say, the brand on the staples and the stapler actually is the spelling is a bit questionable. I'm fairly sure I know how to pronounce this, but the spelling is it's a bit suspect. I've just realised that that's over under my logo. It's a bit suspect, isn't it? Rapesco? Wouldn't exactly want to, go to their website. That said, it's a pretty cool stapler. It, like, stands on its end. Hey Jag, it's going good. I went for a walk today. I actually feel really good now. I sat on the couch when I got back and just stewed for like half an hour. Would that be the marketing department going to say? I'm guessing it's not an English company. Where are they based? Kent. Jag, you insane man. Thank you very much for the £24. I appreciate that so much, dude. People are suspected they sold duct tape. They might. I don't actually know if they sell duct tape. That timing? Two inspections. Oh god. Enjoy. By the way, nobody's pointed this out. By the way, I was kind of interested to see if anybody'd noticed. I've swapped out the sprayer. I did have the more American style sprayer on this map, and I thought it looked really ridiculous. That said, I did waste a bit of money by accident because I did kind of sell it with a full load of herbicide in it. But, Dave gonna Dave. I also want to just make a couple of equipment changes before we get to harvest. Number one, the Barbie mobile is going away, as is the Barbie bale trailer. As is this bale trailer, because I have an idea. I have a plan. I'm seeing a bit of ASP. So my plan is, and I'm hoping it works. My plan is to get this, but in a color that actually looks, good. Please tell me I can change the color. Yes. Legal green. Oh god, that's horrific. That's not as bad. That's quite nice. That's... Yes, because everybody wants poop brown on their trailers. It looks good in red. It looks better in kind of questionable red. Black just always looks nice. Stainless steel. Oh. Oh, I can make it galvanized? Galvanized. Chrome! Oh, can I make the entire thing chrome? Give me that chrome. Chrome. Yes! Perfect. Give it wings. A black decal will go nice with all the chrome. White tires. We now have a chrome bale trail. Hey, Jada. Comically, I'm not going to be using that immediately, but I should probably bring it up to the yard. If you give me an option of chrome on a bale trailer, I am going to get it because it's going to look really... Hang on, I'll just reset it. I want to see this all chrome bale trailer. It's actually faster if I run. Oh yes, this is gloriously hideous. Why would you give anybody the option of all chrome? This looks worse than if I just painted everything pink. Oh my god, why? Why is this an option? So I think next job is going to be somehow detangling, untangling, disentangling, disentangling there we go. All of this crap. There we go. You've been blinded by my glorious bale trailer. Needs to be, yeah, somebody needs to make like tractors that have just for no good reason chrome options. Or like dazzle camo options, because I'll take dazzle camo any day. That is ridiculous. What? Why is that? Why is that an option? Why is that an option? I'm trying to think, is there anything else I need to do, like, immediately? Because the last thing I want to do is blitz into autumn with things unprepared. Everything's prepared. We're about ready to go harvesting, I think, so let's blitz the time forward and hope that it doesn't break seasons. Great demand at spinnery. Hang on a second. How good is this great demand at the spinnery? 990 per 1,000 litres. That is worth. Completely worth. I'm really hoping now that I can fall down the sides of this somehow. Should probably move the combine. Just enough that I can actually fit the bale trailer through. Thank you. There we go. See, I'm fine, like, holding off on the harvest to make about tons of money from the wool. There we go. See, yes. Hopefully your internet starts behaving. Look at that pure skill. Didn't even drop the wool for once. You know, come to think of it, I should probably check to see if the sheep actually have enough water and stuff. Because I don't think I've checked in a little while. That'll be our next job. Is making sure the sheep are still actually alive. Oh, they're fine. The sheep are absolutely fine. So let's get this spun around. We'll make some quick bucks, then ooh, and bring it through to Allum and get the harvest going. Try to bring Chrome watch the slid on bends? What's a slid? Hey GD. How's it going today, dude? I've got to admit, this is something you guys... I mentioned it a few times, but you guys never actually saw this. These... Well, you guys can't see this. These glasses have like an anti-glare coating on them, and I think they reduce the amount of blue light as well. And what that means is I can no longer see my eyes in my glasses, which was really bloody off-putting with the old pair. Like they're not picking up the glare off my face, which is particularly nice. I wholeheartedly approve of this lack of an issue now. New problem is I'm going to forget that I'm wearing them at some point because they're really bloody comfy. Also, if you guys see a green glint off my glasses, don't worry. That's just the light reflecting on them. The coating in light has like a green tint to it. So if you see my glasses suddenly like glint green from something, or a green glint come across them, that's literally the coating. It's fine. I don't have like a green laser beam pointed at me or something. Stuff will move on the trailer, the glass. Oh, I've got them strapped down, it's fine. I'm working a lot lately. Been without a car for nearly 5 weeks, so work stopped, and now you're trying to catch up. Ooh, yeah, fun times. Fun times indeed. Is this? Oh no, that's not it. It's over here. I was thinking of the milk cell point. Why is it not picking up on the front two pallets? This is interesting. These are in fact wool pods, but they're not being picked up by the... They're completely being ignored. Oh, now they're being picked up. It's light from my chrome trailer. I mean, you could argue that, I guess. Right, now I'm gonna have to try and dislodge this one pallet so that it maybe sells. There we go. That was a bit odd. And by a bit, I mean very. Right, let's get back to the yard and make it autumn and we'll get going on the harvest. Did you guys, hey Speciality, did you guys get notifications today, by the way? Because I'm looking at the numbers and they're bad. They're very bad in terms of views. Welcome back, ASP. Stream's a bit dead. Stream is very dead, and I'm confused as to why. You got notifications, GD? So you guys got notifications, just people aren't watching. Huh. That's interesting. Because you're live the party and you're away. No, it's something that's been happening for the last few weeks, and it's just been honestly getting worse and worse, and I'm really having to consider how long I want the streams to be anymore. I'm actually having to consider, do I want to just shorten the streams to be an hour and start an hour later in future. And I don't know. Yeah, Landy was complaining last night that he got the same number of viewers that I usually do, which I would actually really like to get today. Streams have been dead for a while now. Yeah, it's odd. An hour's no time to do anything really. Yeah, sideways, but the problem is that I have other things that I can be doing. Maybe the videos in this room. That is another idea. Is to go back to just doing videos, or doing videos in a 1 hour stream. Because I can dedicate an hour that I would have been streaming for to recording videos. Now, none of these fields are ready, by the way. I'm just moving the combine up here to have it in position. I've done a stupid. To have it in position. Can I spin the header around and... There we go. First time. It's it's down to school starting is why it's dead, is people have to worry about their school stuff, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with people putting school first over like some. Yes, thank you. Right. Hey Gary. Could I ever do multiverse? Honestly, we have an idea. As a group, there's a gang of us that have an idea of something we could do. It's just actually getting it, Is it not gonna say that this crop is ready to harvest? Because it's saying the crops that should be ready by now aren't ready to harvest. That's interesting. Flip it forward another day. Oh, the sheep have run out of stuff. Yes, just straight up saying the crop's not ready to harvest, but still growing. When's the harvest season then? We're in it. Why is it not letting me harvest my crops? I mean, the real issue now is, what do the sheep need? They need water. Okay, we can sort that. If I see tea like 99 times a week in school, that's nice. Spunman's got new carpet, and it's that. He's exceedingly happy about a new carpet. Right, that's the water sorted. They could do with. They've got enough grass. They could do it being cleaned, but there's not really much there. I guess I'll grab the massey and see if I can do anything with it. I'm doubting I can do anything with it, but I can try. What was that today? I went shopping. I went for a walk down to the shops. Bought some stuff. Sat down for a bit, had a cup of tea, and now I'm streaming. And when I finish the stream, I have to go downstairs and do the dishes and stuff, and then make myself something to eat for dinner. And that's my plan for the day. And then I'm going to get down to working on some other stuff. Oh, hang on. No. This isn't where stuff goes. It goes on top of the shed roof over here. Do I have a bucket for this? Do I have a bucket for this? Genuinely don't know. Ah, I don't. So let's get one. 10 handlers, shovel, yes please, thank you. And we'll reset that because I'm too lazy to drive to the shop. Your bedroom's in your house, so you're getting... Yeah, it is weird getting used to going into like a certain room that you're not used to going into. I really like this song. It's a very summery kind of song. Do I have the shop delivery mod? No, I do not. I have the Oakfield mod, which has the reset points as actually being in the yard, which is very nice indeed. I'm hoping that by clearing up this like 16 meters of grass, that will appease the sheep gods. Will that appease the sheep into thinking they're clean? Yes, it does. Dabbly drizzly. Right, I'll leave the water tank there because there's still water in it. And I'm gonna have to try harvesting at least. Because I thought early autumn would be good enough for the harvest. But like everything is just showing up as growing still, which is very concerning. Yeah, no, it's not ready to harvest. Oh my god. Depends when I planted. I planted, was it late spring? Am I gonna have to wait until late autumn to actually do all the harvesting? Oh no. Am I actually gonna have to wait until late autumn? Well, let's stop up in mid-autumn, see how the crops are. Still, I'm getting really worried. It's winter crop, early spring. Giants are just driving you mad, Gary? Ah. I can tell you that the game is concerning me quite a lot at the moment. So because I planted in late spring, do I have to wait until late autumn to be able to harvest? Ooh, oh, the trees look really pretty. Holy cow. Ready to harvest. Stop. Stop everything. Please stop time, as I now require to harvest. I will be baling up the majority of the straw just because it's free money. The bale trailer I got today, by the way, is an autoloader. It's the one that came out in the mod of the other. That's quite a lot of straw. That's like a worrying amount of straw. Autumn is always beautiful in seasons. It is actually my favorite season. Like of the 4 seasons in seasons, autumn is my favorite because it's just so much more colorful. It's not all green everything. Like there's a vibrance to it. There's a life to it, and it's kind of in a way lacking for the other 3, where everything like. In winter, everything's just brown and dead. And then spring and summer, everything's just this, like, very green. Everything's green. Green, 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 green. You will love the green. Accept the green. Hey, NHF. What's your favourite IRL? I like IRL as well, yeah. Like, the only downside of autumn in real life is the weather's crap. And it's a bit cold at times, but I love the colour that autumn brings. Like the vibrance that the trees get is amazing. It almost ironically feels more full of life than spring when everything's like coming back to life after the winter. There's a wonderful dissonance to autumn. Also, this barley yield is quite insane. The winter weekend already autumn to harvest. 9 days straight rain through the winter, all crops lost. The joys of seasons. Like that is the downside of seasons. Like sometimes you just get completely screwed where the harvest is just all rain. Warm rain, cold rain. Yeah, that's the problem, Ernie, is like it's just rain. And like you don't get to enjoy the beauty of autumn in real life because it's lemon raining all the time. Like I like summer because it's warm, but it's too warm. I like autumn because it's colourful, but it's raining all the damn time, so the sky's always grey. And that kind of detracts from all the colour that you get in the trees. Oh, this is a silly amount of straw. Let's use the deer. Let's use the deer to cart for the harvest. Somewhat fitting as our trailer is actually green. Looking forward to the scorpion. Yeah, same. Where did I get this deer? I think it's on Moddingvet. I think it was Moddingvet I found this deer. Or Landy found it and sent it to me, and I was like, yeah, Moddingvet's okay. It is a little loud, yes. This is the problem with this deer. It is a little loud. And by a little I mean I'm going deaf, so I'm turning down the volume of my headphones in a second. There we go. I can't remember if I got crop destruction on or not. I don't. Good. It's because your Twitch has turned down. GG. Come on. Into the trailer you go. This is going to be the upside when we got on Lomuck to towards autumn time, as we'll have just insane amounts of crop because season's yields are hilarious. What do I think of the new transport car? I haven't looked at Yes Mods in a few days actually, so can't answer that question because I haven't looked at it. Are you nearly done? Oh, well, there we go. Silly amounts of barley. Now I can't hear the combine. We'll just make do with this volume setting. Unless you guys want me to turn the game out. Or down. This is normally a grass field NHF. I have converted it to be crops. Because I felt it was probably a bit better being crops. Hey, police march. I felt this field was like more suited to being a crop field. Especially seeing as I have 6 and 7, which are already... Is it 6 and 7? No, it's 5 and 6. Which are in grass and hilarious. And 5 I'm going to convert into a crop field as well. I should probably, now that I think about it, note down what crops are in the fields, so that I can do my crop rotation correctly. I might need a spreadsheet for this crap. So we finished our first headland on this field and we've already got a load and a half. Okay, seasons. Remember I said the yields and seasons are hilarious? Yeah. You can get metallic pink trailers and the skin for it is called Snooky Snoo. Interesting. That's definitely different. I don't know if it's good or not, but it's different. You know, looking at it now, and the size of this combine, granted it does have to go through that field too, although albeit with the corn header. Looking at the size of the combine, I'm really glad that I got this because just look at how quickly it's filling up. Could you imagine me using a smaller combine and having to empty it every 5 minutes? That would be silly. That would be insane. I mean, granted, we're already going basically every 5 minutes to refill this, or empty this. Snooky Snoo is a YouTuber. So it's a... Are you saying, Gary, that that's a reference? Oh, by the way, how many of you guys, out of interest, and I don't care whose channel you watch it on, but watch the fact sheet, the little video the Giants sent us for the fact sheets today. Because I know that basically everybody did the same thing, which was just put in the fact sheets, put in the video Giants sent us, and called it good, because that was the easiest solution. What did you think of it? What did you think of the little front loader, the smaller of the two Torions, it's going to be in the DLC, and the Scorpion? Now I know mine was different because I didn't actually use the fact sheets themselves, I used the information from them. You watched them all. You watched the same video multiple times, NHF? One thing that I did find interesting, and this was just from talking to the guys on TeamSpeak last night, because of the way Giants did it with the fact sheets, everybody's had like a slightly different way that they've done the same video. Like, Sim, I know, superimposed some of the video file onto the fact sheets itself. I took the information from the fact sheets and put it over the video. Landy used both the fact sheets and the video, one after the other. Daggerone, I think, did the same as Landy, and it's really kind of interesting to see how many different ways there are to do the same video. Because we all use the same parts, and we just put our own little spin on how we merge the parts together. Which I always find interesting. Hey, Finley! You're watching the video on your phone and the laptop. Spudman, you're a bit... We'll eventually get out of the field, I promise. There we go. So I'm kind of expecting a silly amount of yield at this point, because, I mean, we've already got 30,000 litres out of basically a headland and a half. This is laptop, this is phone. I don't see why you needed to put that, but okay. Did I see the mods out today? I had a look at them. The Dodger Stadium Gumbotron. I had a look at the mods that came out today. I haven't downloaded them. I want to download the ARM team stuff to see what it's like. I'm gonna be honest, I don't hold much hope that it's going to be up to the standard that I want for the mods that I use, so it's unlikely you'll see me use them. I'm also not sure, and I'll have to test this, if they work with seasons, well, the balers specifically. Because I love Heston bales, but I don't want to get a Heston baler that's like lower quality than what's already in game, which is possibly picky of me. But it's, at the end of the day, it's my game. I choose my mods. So if I don't like the Hestons, I won't use them. That said, I sincerely hope that they are up to the quality that I would like. If they're not, well, so be it. ARM team make mods for themselves. They don't make them specifically for me. See you, Finley. I think Finley was... I think there's going to be a few people coming in asking if I saw the Hestons, trying to get me to say something controversial, because I did have that little argument with the ARM team, and I was wrong throughout that. They make mods for themselves, and if I don't like them, that's my problem, not theirs. Hey, James. I'm really liking the anti-glare. I can't see my own eyes. This is great. Which, if you've never worn glasses, you don't know this is a problem. If you've never worn glasses, you don't know that seeing your own eyes is actually an issue. If you do wear glasses, you'll know that if you can see your own eyes, it just feels like everything's out of focus. And it's really, really quite irritating. We're quite well on this farm. I'll have a look at it for sure, ASB. I don't know if I'll download it, but I'll definitely take a look at the download page. Hayden, by the way, thank you for the $25 saying potato. I appreciate that so much, dude. It means a lot. So, I have a question for you guys. Is it worth me doing uppy downies on this field? Like, is it worth me just following a line on this field up and down? Because it kind of feels like it's just gonna be a waste of time, and it'll be faster following the contours and just circle harvesting. Just circle? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, going up and down is just introducing anti-glares must. Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even know it was a thing until I got my eyes tested last week, and I was told the optician said to me, you know, you can get anti-glare, and I'm like, yes, I need that. Well, that's a decision from my mother, because she was the one paying, but she said, yeah, anti-glare, yes. It's so much nicer. It's so nice to actually just have them as a vision aid and not be, hello, my eyes. You still love that note? Well, the song that plays when I get a super chat, I actually kind of like it. There you go. Can you select which season you start with seasons? No, you start off in spring, always. I mean, if you want to start which season you start in, or if you want to select it, you can, I guess, fast forward from spring. But as far as I'm aware, you can only ever start in spring, because that's when it makes sense. It starts off the map on a blank canvas, basically. And that's something that I've always kind of appreciated seasons doing. Plus, and this might sound a bit mean, or a bit rude, I'm not entirely sure what it might sound like, but I kind of prefer starting off maps with no crops, because there's the added challenge of having to work the field immediately and not getting this like magical win for it. Makes more sense in terms of realism as well. Like you would never buy a farm in real life or a field in real life just before harvest. That would never happen. Or during harvest. So it's definitely a good thing. You know, see out of your eyes, not see your eyes. Yeah. Very often when you can literally see your own eyes, like right in front of your face. So smoke out of 78. Yeah, this thing, I feel like it might need an engine. Yeah, some work done to the engine. Possibly a new head gasket. That smoke is very white. It looks very oily. It looks like the head gasket is already gone. And like it's pouring out a combination of white smoke and black smoke at the same time, which indicates that some of the oil is being burned, which is definitely not good. That said, I'm really enjoying the fact that the engine just screeches when I try and bring it up a hill. I am using the mod that increases the weight of crops and trailers, because I like the fact that it makes the trailers feel very heavy. New question, and this is a problem that I didn't think I'd have. How much storage do we actually have for the crops? Oh, like 1 million liters. Oh, we're fine then. Maybe with the sound of 7. The sound is really good. I love the sound. Like the fact that you can hear the transmission whine as well. Is there anything wrong with the tractor if you put pedal to the metal? Well, I mean, if you put pedal to the metal, no, but if it's pouring out smoke like that, yes. Especially twin-colored smoke, that's particularly worrying. Because that's oil getting places that oil shouldn't be. Hope you guys are all enjoying the very generic time-lapsey music that's playing. Ooh. I've still got the pink truck. No, I actually sold that earlier on the stream, NHF. I have replaced the pink truck and the pink trailer with the chrome bale trailer of Orololiosmas. ASB, it's usually for excavators, cat or caterpillar. For tractors, Challenger's fairly rare, and it's only going to get rarer. Challenger in Europe is basically being rebranded to Fendt. Now, I almost never see Challengers. The farms around me are too small to use Challengers effectively, so they tend to have like Massey's and Fendts and John Deere's, and for some reason early 1980s Deutz. I'm still kind of questioning. I found a vintage cat that... Oh, in like mainland Europe, yeah, they would use cats. Like, it's usually with like massive big farms. Like, if I was to buy all the fields in this map, especially field 15, you'd want to be running a Challenger. You say that, NHF, and I say what I do. Apparently somebody near me has a quad track. I've heard rumors that there's a guy near me that owns a quad track. And there's a horse farm. I'm not going to name it. Yeah, NHF. I've heard rumors of that. I don't know how true it is. But there's a horse farm near me, and I know this for a fact because I've seen it. They own one of the silver special edition fast tracks. Because I sat in the living room the other day and I saw this silver tractor. I'm like, what the hell is this? Must be, it's gotta be a Valtra. And it took me a second or two to realise that's no Valtra. That's a fast track in silver. And it looked amazing. So, I may end up trying to get some silver fast tracks. I know as well that there's a farm near me that runs a one of those big John Deere sprayers. Is it Kirovets? Oh my god, I want to see that now, Ernie. Now I need to find out where the Kirovets is, because I need to see the Kirovets. I need to see the Kirovets, because I love the Kirovets. It's so wonderfully Russian. Your review, I've been to harvest 2 CR1090s and a 7030 and a Ultra. Yeah, like, a lot of the harvesters that I see would be New Holland. And I would guess, like, most of the ones that I see are, like, 990s as opposed to 1090s. But at the same time, like, there's the odd Lexion, there's the odd... The rare John Deere. I don't see many John Deere harvesters. The carting tractors are usually like a weird hodgepodge of random stuff. Saw it in a magazine a while back. Interesting. I know there's a dealership near me that sell Turkish manufactured 11090s, brand new. If you want to become a farmer, so you're taking tractor tests and listen to your speciality, one word of advice for you. And this is something that a family member who is a farmer has told me. Has been incredibly useful for him to know. When you're in school specialty, do ag science. Do like all of the agricultural science you can. Learn as much as you can. Because learning the science behind everything will mean that you will run everything. If and when you run a farm, you will run everything as efficiently as you can. It might be boring for you, but it will work out better in the long term. You will you'll make more money, you'll be able to survive longer as a farm. And you'll not waste money effectively. %100% agree, NHF? Yeah, that's a family member of mine who is a farmer and knows so much. I think he actually has a degree in farming. But I was, you know, I'd say that's just good life advice. Is like if you want to do something, make sure that you like learn as much as you can about it. Because I feel like, hey, Mr. Jeremy, I feel like there's too many people just kind of jump into. It's particularly prevalent in farming, and it irritates me. Jump into farming and just say, well, how difficult can growing stuff be? The answer is not very, at its heart. But growing stuff properly and efficiently is incredibly difficult. There's so much money wasted in farming, especially in Ireland, by people who just do it the way their dad did it, or do it the way that they know. It's not... Yeah, there's a reason, I hate to say this, there's a reason so many family farms are going down the toilet, and it's that the farmers just don't have enough knowledge to run a farm effectively. Like, a lot of family farmers will do really dumb stuff because that's the way they've already done it and always done it. Like, sure, it works, but there's a better way. Or they don't, like, run a test or listen to... This is a particular annoyance of mine, because I've seen it happen. You guys know I used to work in an agricultural lab. I was doing microbiology in there because that's my specialty in terms of science. But they did grass testing to test nutrients in grass to see if it was ready to be made into silage. One guy sent in a sample, and he got a phone call back because they tended to test it the same day. Just number one, because there usually weren't that many samples sent in. Number two, because the farmer's going to want to know as quickly as possible. He was rang him up on the phone. I didn't do it, but the guy who did the actual testing did, and said, you're probably about 2 days out from your grass being ideal for silage. And the reply that from the other side of the phone was, all right, well, if I just leave it on the field for another 2 days, because it's already cut, will that make any difference? I said, why did you send in a sample if you're just going to mow it immediately? You've just wasted everybody's time and your money. It's frustrating as hell. Because, like, if you work, or ideally, if you run a farm, your single most useful resource is an ag lab. For soil testing, to test for nutrients in the soil, for grass testing, for silage, for nutrient levels, for actual silage testing to see what the nutrient levels are like in the silage. You know, if you want to run a farm efficiently, you're going to be spending a bit extra on getting those tests done, because you're going to be saving money and probably making more, because you know exactly what you need to do to the soil. You don't need to be throwing fertilizer out randomly. You don't need to be... You'll be cutting grass when it's ideal to move in silage. You'll be making perfect silage. And you'll know what you need to mix in with your silage to get your cows going. Yeah, to keep your cows healthy and to have them as productive as possible. So, yeah, spend a little, make a lot. Too many farmers are too stuck in their ways to do that now. It's changing slowly. Of that I am sure, because the younger generation are the internet generation, and as much as the older generation likes to whine about us, we tend to do some research and make sure that what we're doing is the right thing. Not just follow blindly. So, if you work on a farm, if you run a farm, seriously, ag labs, use them. They cost a little, you'll make a lot more. Granted, this is coming from a scientist, but still. Just frustrates me how many farmers are basically running their farms into the ground because they don't know what they're doing. A family member of mine is one of them. Not the guy who did all the ag science in school. Another one who can't tell a Frisian from a limousine. I kid you not, guy runs a suckler farm. He can't tell a Frisian from a limousine. Like, come on. You should not be working on a farm if you can't tell a Frisian cow from a limousine cow. One's black and white, the other's bloody brown. I know I'm going off on a bit of a rant, but I feel like it's an entertaining rant at the very least. Combine, where are you, Combine? 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 Combine! Dang it. Right, plan. Drop. Back up, back up, back up. There we go. Should probably put the pipe in. Hey, Daniel, I know. Let's go do the canola next, I guess. Welcome back, ASP. Why is that? Oh. You could be colorblind. There's no kind of colorblind that mistakes black and white for brown. The simple answer, DMF, is he genuinely doesn't know the difference. Like, legitimately does not know the difference. Excuse me, Heather, could I interest you in the wonderful ways of not getting bloody stuck on a hedge? Yeah, that would be... not getting stuck in a hedge is a really nice way of thinking. Thank you. He has listened to the wise words of not getting stuck in a hedge. Fold the header. Alright, let's get going with the canola. This could be me more worthy levels of canola. Good lord, already 2%. Yeah, this is going to be silly levels of canola. We're basically going to be set for good now. Like, we still have the 2 fields over there to do. We still have the cornfield here to do, which I think I was initially going to make it into silage, but now that I'm noticing that we've got insane amounts of silage over there that still need to be compacted, by the way, at the main yard, it's probably best if I just, you know, cut the corn as corn. And make, you know, some grass silage or something. Which will take a bit of time to ferment, but I can sell it. Speaking of, do I have the global company? I don't have the global company fermenter. I need to put the global company fermenter into this map. Because if I put the global company fermenter into this map, I don't need to worry about a silage bit of the BGA. I can just use the fermenter. And in an ideal world, place the output of the fermenter directly above the input for the BGA. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be extremely nice. Hello, IRT. How you doing today, dude? It's a good idea, Ernie. I don't know if it's possible. Genuinely don't know. I'm going to try. Because if I can get silage going at the BGA, then I get this is how my mind works. If I get silage going in the BGA, I then get digest out of the BGA, which can be used as fertilizer. Using the, I think it's the Abbey I've got, whatever slurry tank it is I have on this map. Use that. Save money on fertilizer, because I've got the slurry going down, or the digestate. I'm no longer spending as much money on fertilizer. I can save that up. I can make the money from the silage in the first place, use the silage money to buy more stuff, ideally another couple of arable fields, and it kind of becomes this wonderful vicious cycle of me making money, which I don't see much of a downside to that. Where money breeds money breeds money. Now I could, in theory, actually buy another field right now, I think. Can I afford field 7? No. Field 8. Yes. Field 8, let's have a look at field 8 real quick. Do I buy a field? You have to do hurricane prep around the house. Yeah, good luck with that. Hopefully, hopefully there's not much damage done. I'm not going to say none, but hopefully there's not much. I don't envy you right now. Gonna be honest. I'm kind of glad that the worst weather I need to put up with today is the fact that it was really, 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 really quite humid when I went for a walk. And then the sun peeked out and roasted me as I was on my way back. Yeah, that's the kind of weather I can deal with. Hurricanes, not so much. I'm just hoping Ireland doesn't get another one this year. Because it was kind of terrifying. Was it a couple of years ago when Ireland actually got the hurricane? Same, Ernie. I think it's really relaxing working with Digest 8 or Slurry or whatever. It's kind of mindless, brainless labour. It's just nice. Something to chill with. Just put up on the windows. Make sure and take any valuables with you, dude. Because, like, if it hits hard, you might lose them. Anything that's not immediately replaceable, take it with you. Fishing Birdsey special. No. What I'm thinking of doing ASB just for we have no bunkers here, ASB. Dude, Ireland is not prepared for like extreme weather. If we get a hurricane, we're stuck in the house. We just deal with it. If we get extreme heat, we just turn on some fans and hope for the best. And wear as little as is humanly possible. If we get extreme cold, we turn on the heater and hope that it's good enough. And wear 3 different hoodies at once. Hey, Martin's photographs. Ireland is not a weather... Like, Ireland is used to very middly weather. We're used to a lot of rain. Rain we can handle. Sun, not so much. Cold, not so much. Wind, yeah, a bit of it. We can take up to probably 100 miles... Well, up to like 50 or so miles an hour with no real issues. 60's pushing luck a bit, but... I've known there to be gusts of 60 miles an hour around here, and I was out in it because I had to go to school. I was waiting for the school bus. 60 mile an hour winds. Which I think is like is that like a Force 1 hurricane? 60 miles an hour? But, yeah, Ireland, we just kind of deal with what weather we're thrown. If it's extreme, we can't deal with it, but we try. And we'll moan about our very boring weather that's usually rainy, because rain gets really boring. And then the heat gets really annoying, and then the cold gets really annoying. But, you know, Ireland and the UK are really lucky in terms of weather. We don't really get the extremes all that much. Other than extremes of rain. Oh my god, the rain. Like, it's major news if there's snow in Ireland. If there's snow here, it's on the news at night, because oh my god, there's been snow. Like, if we get weather above like 28 degrees Celsius, which I think is like the mid to high 70s Fahrenheit, maybe about 80, we get weather warnings saying, hey, it's gonna be hot. Oh dude, ASB, we had a snowstorm a couple of years ago, the Beast from the East, where like cold weather met an Atlantic storm and they both hit at the same time, so it ended up being like 6 inches of snow dropped overnight. In America, that would be a mild inconvenience. I'm sure, where you are at least. In Ireland, that was enough to close the country for a day. The entire country closed. Nobody went to work. Nobody went to school. Nobody came in or out because the ports were closed and the airports were closed. And the country was closed. I'd like kind of 70 to probably 78. About 24 degrees Celsius is about the most that I'm happy with. Any more than that, my PC becomes a space heater for some reason. You don't worry about that. You might get a lot of rain, flooding. If trucks lift to 14 inches, you'll be fine. but they're over in the garage. Besides that, good. Well, if the rain's what you're concerned about and flooding, then make sure everything's up off the floor, dude. The last thing you want is something valuable getting destroyed because you accidentally left it on the floor. Yeah, in the UK, the trains occasionally stop because it gets too warm, and the metal of the tracks isn't actually capable of dealing with it. There are gaps left, but it's supposed to be for like a certain temperature range, and if it gets too hot, the tracks have a habit of bending and being very weak. And, you know, trying to derail trains, which is probably not a good thing for a rail service to have. It's the same thing, the same basic reasoning behind, a couple of years ago, like, airports in, was it Arizona had to close because it was too warm? Same basic reasoning, was just that things weren't designed for that temperature. In this case, it was airplane wings. They can only produce so much lift, and if it gets too hot, the speed they need to produce lift gets a lot higher than the plane can actually get to safely on the ground. So I will need to end, by the way, at like just before 7 o'clock. I should make that clear. I need to finish just before 7, because I gotta wake my sister up. She's got work at 10, and she needs to have her dinner. So I'll be waking her up, letting her make her own dinner and stuff, then sorting mine out afterwards. I know what I'm having. I'm planning on it being delicious. It's pasta with like stirred carbonara sauce, but there's also some garlic bread, so I'm quite a happy bunny. And that's gonna be mine. Hers is gonna be some fish, because she likes fish. And I'm looking forward to the garlic bread. Stuffed chicken and orzo? What the hell is orzo? Welcome back, NHF. Ooh, ASB. If you're signed up for the Insider program for Microsoft Flight Sim, could you check... Or was it past the size of the rest? Okay. Could you check if there was an Insider program update today? Because there's supposed to be one this week that's supposedly quite big, but hasn't come through quite yet. I'm hoping it's like this massive info dump about the flight model. That'd be ideal. It's like them just talking about the flight model and all of that boring stuff. What's the talk now? Basically random junk. I want to know about Microsoft Flight Sim. Because Deadstick, which actually ASB, you might be interested in that too. Deadstick, it's a bush flight simulator. The lead dev of that did a massive info dump. They didn't send out an email for the last info dump either. ASB. The lead dev of Deadstick did a massive info dump 2 days ago, where he was talking about the fact that there are 2.3 billion trees in the game, and they're gearing up to do another live stream soon, TM, which I'm looking forward to because I want to see that. I want that game so badly. It's an interesting way of flying, is bush flying with stall and basically stalling the plane out of the sky. Plus, I mean, it's got a super cup. There is an update on the page. Oh, is it? Does it have to? Is it like today's update, or is it last week's update? Check the date on that update. Because if it's today's, then I know what I'm doing after the stream. Yesterday's. Okay. Sounds interesting. What, Dead Stick, Ernie? It's, I'm gonna be honest, it's not for people I would think that are new to flight sims. Because Dead Stick is all VFR, Dead Reckoning, you have to figure out where the hell you are, kind of flying, which, sign up for Alpha starts September 12th. Well, I need to set alarms then, don't I? Because I want in so badly to the Alpha. Even if it's a closed Alpha, I will gladly play the crap out of it. I will test the snot out of that game because I want to see what the flight model is like. And I want to see how much I can punish my PC with it. And maybe fly an A320. The video clips are gorgeous. That game, like even the first bunch of video clips they dropped, it looks so pretty, and I really, really, really hope that that is all in-game footage. I really do, because it is stunning. It blows like... The thing is, X-Plane is like a really small sim. It's like a team of maybe 20 people working on X-Plane. So Microsoft are naturally going to have the money to just throw at making something insane. Bit beyond your capabilities, you'd love to watch stream vids. Yeah, I will say, Dead Stick, when it's out or playable or streamable or whatever, it will be on the channel. I don't care what people think. I want to play Dead Stick. I want to stream it. I want to get as many people into aviation as possible, and bush flight is some of the most interesting, unique flying you can do. So I'm looking forward to Dead Stick because, like, it's all well and good doing the GA World Tour where I, you know, just abuse the crap out of small planes. Dead Stick is different. There's kind of a... There's more gameplay to it. There's actually a reason to play. It's not just me doing random challenges or just flights because I feel like it. Clip clouds run through volumetric by the looks of it. Yeah! I'm... Like, even the first set of videos they put out, the clouds looked volumetric. But not volumetric like what FarmSim has, because FarmSim's volumetric clouds can look a bit dodgy at times. And there's an X-Plane plugin that does volumetric clouds, and they just look like shaving cream. They just look like blobs of shaving cream, because X-Plane can't really handle volumetric clouds all that well. It's not designed for it. I haven't looked at what went up yesterday, SP. I didn't know it went up. I'll have to... Actually, I'll just send Landy a text real quick. Because he is also following Microsoft Flight Sim. Microsoft info currently use screenies and it's not looked at myself though. So I haven't looked at what went up yesterday. That's all. That's need to check. Like, my big thing is they're getting the third-party devs involved already, which is great, because like the last thing they want is a huge delay between the game coming out and third-party support starting up. They'll want, in an ideal world, some payware available on like day 2. Which, I complain about payware in flight sims, but I can see that it's a necessary evil. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to think up new games to stream, because if Farm Sim's doing this badly, I'm gonna be honest, it is doing very badly by standards I have set for myself. If Farm Sim's doing this badly, I might as well branch out and do other games and take some hits in terms of viewership for a bit to benefit in the long run. September 26th looks like the date to look forward to. Ooh, keep an eye out. I'm also going to start keeping a slush fund for a combination of Microsoft Flight Sim, if it's good, and Dead Stick, because I just want Dead Stick. Dead Stick I'm anticipating being about a $30-$35 game. But still play Euro Truck. I haven't in a long ass time, NHF. I might play some on stream actually next week. I'm just gonna turn Fridays into like freeform days. Show bush pilots from Africa was good. Well, this is gonna be Alaskan bush pilots, Ernie. So it's going to be very different from the African bush pilots. Number one, the plane that they have for the start is much smaller than the what was it they were using in the African bush pilots? Was it Cessna 208s primarily, and some C90s and maybe a 200 King Air. The starting plane is a either a Super Cub or a Carbon Cub, or kind of a facsimile thereof. That everybody's just calling the Dead Stick plane. That is very slow, flies low, so it's low and slow flying, which is really fun if you're going VFR, because you get time to look around, you get time to see the views, you have to figure out where the hell you are. And I'm hoping that the map has like relevant waypoints and visual references on it when the game comes out, because they've not shown the map yet. Oh, Landy is very impressed with the Flight Sim screenshots. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. I know it's a bit early to be ending, but I have a lot that I'd like to get done tonight. On Dead Stick, Ernie, I'll be doing streams on Dead Stick. I can guarantee you that right now. Gives me an excuse to play it. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys, because I got a lot to be doing, and the stream is just without sounding like I feel like I'm entitled to more viewers, it's too quiet for me to really justify continuing when I can be doing a lot of other work. So I'll be back tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. I'll be back Sunday with Flight Sim, which I'm anticipating doing badly. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.